Ladies and gentlemen, many of you may know by now that there is a government shutdown imposed by Trump over the border wall. There was a deal a while ago that Trump could have taken, and many said he should have taken over the border wall, but he turned it down. So now we are in this situation where they're saying this is a partial shutdown, but what difference does that make when so many people are not getting paid? They're going to have to get up and do their jobs for no pay until all of this stuff is cleared up. So this came out December 21st, 2018. Government shuts down as talks fail to break impasse. The federal government shut down early Saturday after congressional and White House officials failed to find a compromise on a spending bill that hinged on Trump's demand for $5.7 billion for a border wall. It is the third shutdown in 2 years. Wow. Wow. I didn't realize it was so many, but the third one in 2 years. There should not be that many shutdowns in a 2-year period now. Come on. Republican rule in Washington, and it will stop work at 9 federal departments and several other agencies. Hundreds of thousands of government employees are affected. Any hope of a compromise ended around 8:30 p.m. Friday, when both the House and the Senate had adjourned with no solution in sight. Talks are expected to begin again on Saturday. A burst of late afternoon activity could not break the deadlock, even as Vice President Mike Pence met with Senator Chuck Schumer he's of New York, the Democratic leader, and Senator House Republicans search for a solution on a logjam that Trump has shown little interest in breaking. While the president has been unwilling to consider dropping his demand to fund his signature campaign promise, Pence and other White House officials were discussing a number of potential compromises that would force him to do just that, omitting spending on a wall and instead adding money for other security measures at the border, according to several officials with knowledge of the talks. Late Friday, as his budget director ordered the carrying out of shutting down, shutdown plans, Trump told the country in a video on Twitter that we're going to have a shutdown. That is not the appropriate place for a president to announce a shutdown. He should have went before the nation on TV. There's a lot of people that don't even have Twitter. You got to understand the whole globe is not on Twitter. So many people would have not seen that video at all. There's nothing we can do about it because we need the Democrats to give us their votes, he said in the video. As in previous government shutdowns, it will not affect core government functions like the Postal Service, the military, the Department of Veterans Affairs, and entitlement programs, including Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and food stamps. About 380,000 workers would be sent home and would not be paid. Another 420,000 considered too essential to be furloughed would be forced, like the Border Patrol officers, to work without pay. That's a damn shame. I know I sure wouldn't want that. So the Departments of Agriculture, Commerce, Homeland Security, Housing and Urban Development, Interior, which include national parks, Justice, State, transportation, and treasury would all be affected. NASA would be hit. Wow. So NASA would also be hit. There has been a glimmer of progress late in the day when the Senate voted 48 to 47, with Pence breaking a tie to begin debating stopgap spending legislation passed Thursday night by the House that would keep the government running through February 8th and provide 5.7 billion to begin construction of the wall on the southwestern border. So, to sum it up in a nutshell, this is all over the border wall. But I'm going to click on the Twitter video that Trump put out.
Our great country must have border security. We don't want people coming in that aren't supposed to be here. We want people to come in through a legal process. It's very dangerous out there. Drugs are pouring in, human trafficking, so many different problems, including gangs like MS-13. We don't want them in the United States. We don't want them in our country. The only thing that's going to stop that is great border security with a wall or a slat fence or whatever you want to call it. But we need a great barrier. And if we don't have it, it's never going to work. Last night, the House of Representatives passed this very important bill, 217 to 185. Some people were surprised by the number. I wasn't, because everybody wants to see our border protected. Now it's up to the Senate, and it's really up to the Democrats, because we need their votes. There's no way it can pass without their votes. We're going to have a shutdown. There's nothing we can do about that, because we need the Democrats to give us their votes. Call it a Democrat shutdown, call it whatever you want, but we need their help to get this approved. So Democrats, we have a wonderful list of things that we need to keep our country safe. Let's get out, let's work together, let's be bipartisan, and let's get it done. The shutdown hopefully will not last long. Thank you very much.
You know what? I do agree with Trump on this border wall, but I think other measures must be taken. We can't be naive and believe that the border wall is the only thing that's going to keep these people out. We know they come many ways. Many fly on planes and just overstay their visas and they don't leave. And you have many that come by boat. Many come across other borders other than the border wall that he's talking about. There's many ways into this country, not to mention the underground tunnels that they have used for many years to get into the country. So nobody should be naive that the border wall is the only thing that's going to keep these people out. You should never believe that. People have all kinds of crafty ways of getting across the border. But I do believe, that something needs to be done to keep all these people from illegally crossing into the country. He is right about that. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen, about this whole government shutdown. And, I'm reading some articles that even said it may be long term. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.